Hey guys, what's going on? Today I'm going to be doing a video response to Contagious Collection's challenge video, and the challenge is favorite video game series. Now, my favorite video game series is obviously Mortal Kombat. To give you guys a little bit of a backstory, I was about 6 years old, not the best age to be playing MK, I know, but I did, and the first game that I played was Mortal Kombat Trilogy, and that was a game that not only made me a gamer, but it also made me a Mortal Kombat fan and a fighting game fan as well. So, yeah. The rest is, standard stuff. I played every Mortal Kombat game that I could get my hands on, and I've loved them all, well, except one, and that's Special Forces. That game was, it's not good. Believe me, I've played it. It's not good. So I have a few action figures, some Funkos, 3 DVDs, and a bunch of games. So let's get the action figures out the way first. So we have Quan Chi from Mortal Kombat X. Just skim through these pretty quickly. Raiden. Yeah, pretty cool. Scorpion, the bloodied variation. There's one where he doesn't have the blood, but I chose this one because it looks pretty cool. And Kotal Khan, hopefully he won't fall. But yeah, sword is pretty enormous. I gotta take it off of him eventually. And Sub-Zero from MK11, which is pretty cool. Alright, now for the Funkos. So we got Raiden shooting some electricity. Pretty cool. Scorpion throwing his signature spear, which is really, really awesome. I love this Funko. Next is Sub-Zero shooting his ice ball. Liu Kang. And Flaming Skull Scorpion, which is actually his alternate costume from Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Definitely one of my favorites. Alright, and now for the DVDs. So we have Mortal Kombat double feature. It comes with the first and second movie. I know they're making a new one, which I'm pretty excited for. But as a kid, I liked Annihilation more than the first movie. Don't know why, but I did. Now that I'm older, I love the first movie a lot more than Annihilation, but I have a soft spot for it. Even though it's not a good, Mortal Kombat movie, I enjoyed it for what it was. I loved it as a kid, so I have a soft spot for it. I can't hate the movie. Next is Mortal Kombat Conquest, which was a TV series that aired in the 90s, filmed in Florida. And there were 22 episodes. There was going to be a 23rd episode, which would have, I think, ended season 1. But what happened is the show got canceled because I think they couldn't financially support the show anymore. So, episode 23 never happened, which really sucks. But on the website, they gave people, like, I don't know, like a script of some sorts, of explaining what would have happened if episode 23 was made. So yeah, and it's actually a pretty good show. It's kind of cheesy in some cases, but it's a 90s cheesy, so it's automatically good. And lastly for the DVDs is Mortal Kombat Legacy, which this started on, it was a web series obviously, and they released it on Blu-ray. This came from the Mortal Kombat Rebirth short film, which was kind of more grounded, more darker compared to the Mortal Kombat movies and stuff. So the show was pretty good. It had 9 episodes, and each episode revolved around characters of the series. So yeah, they did a season 2, which, much like season 1, revolved around characters as well. And yeah, season 2 wasn't that bad. Alright, now for the games. So we have... Oh, please don't fall. Mortal Kombat 2 for the Super Nintendo, and it's still going. Okay. I heard that this is the best version of MK2 to play. They released it on Sega Genesis, I think Sega 32X. They released it for PlayStation, but it was only in Japan. They also released it for Game Boy, and I don't remember what other systems it might have been released for. But I heard that out of all of them, this one is definitely the one to get. So I'm really glad I did. It was one of the 2 games that I got with the Super Nintendo. Mortal Kombat 3. Now this one I actually never played, so this was the first time playing it, even though I've played Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, which has more characters for the Super Nintendo. But this one was really fun. It's a pretty fun game. The AI, though, can be pretty relentless. Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. Now, when I seen this at the exchange, I immediately knew I had to get it. So, it took me a little while, but I managed to finally snag the game. And I played it a whole bunch when I got home. Well, I had to clean it because the first 7 times it didn't work. So, that kind of sucked. I used an alcohol pad, wiped it down, and I used like the softest shirt that I could find and just cleaned it up, and after that it worked. So I was really glad, because I would have been extremely pissed if I had to take it back. Mortal Kombat 3, this is the long box version. Now, it's a really fun game. It plays fine, the music is there, it does load a lot, so just keep that in mind, but I personally really don't care. Now, there exists a jewel case version of this game, and I owned it at one point, long time ago, and I stupidly sold it for not even the amount of money that I paid for it, and I only paid $5 for it. Keep that in mind. And years later, I found out that this game, the jewel case version of MK3, is like apparently the holy grail of Mortal Kombat games, which is crazy. Now, the prices, I seen one go for $750. I seen another one go for $1,000. And this one is the only one that I could come across, so hopefully it'll come up on... There we go. But yeah, this is Mortal Kombat 3 jewel case, and it goes for $899. That's insane. $900. 900 and some change. But it's one of my biggest regrets selling the game, or the jewel case version of Mortal Kombat 3, but I have the long box version, and I'm perfectly happy with, and it's fun. I do randomly play it from time to time, when I'm really in the mood for it. Mortal Kombat Trilogy, obviously, of course, this is the game that made me a Mortal Kombat fan right here. Absolutely love this game with all my heart. There's nothing that nobody can say or do that will make me hate this game. Everyone has their opinions. Some people could say Mortal Kombat Trilogy is garbage, and hey, I don't care. That's your opinion. But for me, this is my childhood game, and I will honestly forever love it until I get kids. I know that when I have kids and I show them these games, they're probably gonna despise me, because I am not gonna show them any mercy in Mortal Kombat. So, but yeah, I'm gonna be a pretty bad father when it comes to playing games with my kids. Mortal Kombat Mythologies Sub-Zero. This was I think the first out of the 2 action adventure games that came out for the PlayStation. The other one was Mortal Kombat Special Forces, and it's not good. So this one gets hate too, but I don't really see the hate for this game. I actually really enjoyed it. It's pretty fun. But everyone has their own opinions. If they don't like the game for their reasons, that's perfectly fine. Mortal Kombat 4. This was a game that my cousin and I played together. He had it. I would go over to his house all the time just to play it. And hang out with him, of course. That'd be really mean as hell to do that. But yeah, really, really, really great game. And yeah, it's awesome. Love MK4. Okay. I consider this part of the collection because it does have Mortal Kombat 2 and 3, Midway Arcade Treasures 2. And it does come with MK2 and 3. Interesting little fact, This was supposed to come with Mortal Kombat 1 as well, but what happened is Deception was coming out around the same time as this, so they took MK1 from here and added it to the premium edition of Mortal Kombat Deception. On their part, it was probably smart to them, but it pissed a lot of fans off from what I heard, so for understandable reasons. And yeah, just put this back in, go in, thank you. Alright, next is Mortal Kombat Daily Alliance. Excuse me. Really fun game. I remember when my cousin had this, I would go over to his house a whole bunch and we would just play it together. We sucked at the game. Like, me now playing the game so much, I know sort of the ins and outs with the characters. I'm not great, but you know, I can definitely hold my own playing this game. And it's a lot of fun. 3D MK games don't get a lot of love, unfortunately. Most don't like it, which is perfectly fine. Next is Mortal Kombat Deception Premium Pack. So this is a 2-disc set, and there you have Sub-Zero. Lighting is... there you go. You can see it a lot better now. But, yeah. Really, really, really cool. And the bonus content... zoom in there for you. Come on. There we go. Exclusive Arcade Perfect playable version of MK1. The only thing that I can say that's like a glitch or a bug is the Palace Gates music seems to be lowered for some reason. Like, it's just that the music, the other audio, like the sound effects and stuff, are normal volume. Other than that, the gameplay's perfectly fine. 25 character video bios including MK Team commentary, an in-depth history of the Mortal Kombat franchise, and a serialized collector's edition metal trading card. So that's what Deception's premium pack includes. There are 5 versions of this. 4 of them were released for Xbox. PlayStation 2 only got Sub-Zero. So the ones that were released on Xbox were Scorpion, Raiden, Melina, and Baraka. Whereas PlayStation got stuck with Sub-Zero. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't mind it, but it would have been cool if they gave us other characters. Like, what if someone doesn't like Sub-Zero and they like Scorpion? They're gonna have to get the Xbox version, and they don't have the system. So, but yeah, it's years ago, and I looked to see if there were other versions for the PS2. No, just this one, which I don't mind at all. My copy didn't come with the serialized trading card, which kind of sucks, but I mean, I could always find one on eBay, I'm sure. eBay sells damn near everything. Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks. I played this a whole bunch. I remember I got it for my birthday, and I literally said, to hell with my birthday, I just wanted to play this. But I didn't do that. I was thinking about it, but I didn't do it because that would have been extremely rude. But yeah, when the party was over, I played this game like until I had to go to sleep. So yeah, really, 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 really fun game. Love Shaolin Monks. Next is Mortal Kombat Armageddon Premium Edition. Now, there are 4 alternate covers for this as well. I don't know if the Xbox version got them too. I mean, I'm sure they did, but the other versions are Goro and Johnny Cage, which I owned a long time ago. Kano and Sonya, which is obviously the one that I own now. Sindel and Shao Kahn, and the original, the standard copy cover, which is just, it's this cover but in steelbook version. So, which is pretty cool. And I'll zoom in here. So the bonus content for Armageddon are as follows. Playable version of Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. Now, I've played 4 versions, including this one. I played the arcade version, the Xbox 360 arcade one, and the DS one, and this one, of course. And out of all of them, this is the one that runs the slowest out of the 4. But I didn't care. I was just happy to play it. Oh, and the Super Nintendo version, but yeah, I guess you can count it. Exclusive History of Fatalities video, over 50 video character trading cards with MK Team commentary, and oh my god, I can't speak today, and a unique animation cell of cover art. Now again, my copy didn't come with the animation cell, but I didn't care. I got this for $10 and I was happy with that. But yeah, really, really great game. Not Deadly Alliance, Armageddon is probably my least favorite out of the three 3D MK games that they released. You know, Deadly Alliance, Deception, Armageddon. That's the wrong one. Good thing I noticed. Next is Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe. Now, hear me out. Story-wise, game's not great. Gameplay-wise, it's actually really good. Because I stopped playing this game for years. Like, I didn't even want to get it. But, I don't know, something just was like, you know what, let me get this game again and see if maybe my opinion will change. And it did, gameplay-wise. It's really, really awesome. Story-wise, could have been better. But it's still really fun to play. Next is Mortal Kombat Complete Edition, which comes with everything DLC related, and you also got to play as Kratos, exclusively for, come on, focus, thank you. Play as Kratos, exclusively on the PlayStation version, so that's pretty cool. So it comes with the 15 retro skins, the DLC characters, which were Freddy Krueger, Scarlet, Kenshi, and Rain, which is really, really awesome. Next is Mortal Kombat XL. Came with all the DLC except for some of the ones that you had to pay for. I mean, all the other DLC you had to pay for too. Like I think it was, there were like anime costumes for Ermac, Sub-Zero, and Scorpion. But you ended up getting them for free, so really didn't matter. I was really excited for this because when I bought the PlayStation 4, I bought Mortal Kombat X, not XL. XL was already out at the time when I got the PS4. I didn't care. I just wanted to play Mortal Kombat X, and I played it religiously until I got XL. But yeah, it comes with all the DLC characters, a good amount of the skins as well. And yeah, it's actually a really, really fun game. I really enjoyed it. Next is Mortal Kombat 11, obviously the newest MK game. This has been the only game that I have bought day one. The only game, no joke. I literally, you know, when the game was released, I went to the exchange, bought my copy, was so excited. I couldn't wait for the game to install, and that was a thing that was just aggravating to me because it was installing, and I just wanted to play the game. But I finally did, and it was really fun. I beat the story mode the same day. The story mode seemed a lot shorter compared to MKX's story mode, but that could have just been me because I played it literally in one sitting. So, yeah. But it's a fun game. Certain things a lot of people didn't like, which I get, I understand, you know, and I can see why. But I enjoy the game for what it is. It's really, really fun to play. Alright, next is, this will be an interesting one. Let me grab this one first, because this is also part of the Midway Arcade Treasures series. Midway Arcade Treasures Extended Play for PSP. Now this comes with Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and 3. This was one of the two compilations from this series that came with MK1, 2, and 3, the other one being Deluxe Edition on PC. But if you don't have a PC, this is a much better alternative. Yeah, if you can see right there, let it, come on, focus, thank you. But yeah, Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and 3, which is awesome. There's 21 games, but like I said, I really mainly got this just to play Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and 3, but all the other games on here are great as well. Not Mortal Kombat related. If you ever get Midway Arcade Treasures 2 or Midway Arcade Origins for PS3 or 360, play a game called Zybots, because that game is really, really, really good. But yeah, Um, Next is Mortal Kombat Unchained. This is basically the definitive edition of Mortal Kombat Deception. So Mortal Kombat Deception was originally going to have Goro and Shao Kahn, but because the game had a deadline, they took out Shao Kahn and Goro from the PS2 and Xbox versions of MK Deception. Then when they released the GameCube version, they had the game already finished. All they had to do was just configure the controls for the GameCube, and then they added Goro and Shao Kahn as exclusive, only on GameCube, which pissed people off from what I heard. A lot of people were really, really upset at that. But this one has Goro, Shao Kahn, Frost, Blaze, and Kitana. I think that's what it was, right? Yeah, okay. All the characters are given to you from the start, as well as the characters from Puzzle Combat. All the stages are given to you as well, and yeah, like everything in terms of characters, they're all given to you. You only have to unlock the alternate costumes. That's it. But other than that, it's 100% complete. Yeah, really, really great game, and it's a portable version of Mortal Kombat Deception, which is one of my favorite MK games of all time. So, what's not to love? Alright, next is Ultimate Mortal Kombat for the DS. This is a port of Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 and Puzzle Combat. And it's really, really, really fun, and the port for UMK3 is damn near flawless. Like, I've never experienced any bugs or glitches or anything like that. It's perfect. Like, no joke. This was ironically the first game that I got from my 3DS. Go figure. First game for PS4, Mortal Kombat. First games for Super Nintendo, Mortal Kombat. Just, yeah. Yeah, really, really great game. And these are... see right there. Hopefully, actually, I just... bring it down. Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance for the Game Boy. Zoom, focus. Thank you. There we go. Focused. Deadly Alliance for the Game Boy Advance was surprisingly good. I didn't think it was going to, but yeah, it's actually really, really, really good. If you come across this game, I would say give it a shot because it's not that bad. It's pretty fun. And lastly is Mortal Kombat Tournament Edition. It's a little beat up because I've had this copy for a while. This one, out of the 3 Game Boy Advance Mortal Kombat games, this one is my personal favorite. They added Noob Saibot, Sector, Serena, who was playable for the first time in this game. They also had tag team mode. There was practice, so you can get better with the characters, because unlike Deadly Alliance for, the consoles, the combos for here weren't preset. You kind of had to figure them out on your own. So practicing was really, really good, especially for this game. And this game also had an exclusive ality, which was the weapon fatality. And what it was the characters using their weapons to actually kill the opponent. Granted, some of the characters in Mortal Kombat Deception used their weapons, but it wasn't a weapon fatality. But this game brought that in, and it was the only time we ever seen it, which kind of sucks, because it would have been interesting to see other characters use their weapons as like a third fatality or something. But yeah. Another little interesting fact is this game was called Mortal Kombat Deadly Revenge during its development. Why they changed it to Tournament Edition, I have no idea. Honestly, Deadly Revenge sounds a lot better, and it lets us know that it's continuing the Deadly Alliance story, which ultimately leads to Mortal Kombat Deception, because this game technically is canon in a way. But I love Tournament Edition. I really should buy a new copy because the one that I have is pretty beat up, but I think I'll be fine. But yeah. So that is pretty much everything. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Take care. Have a good day or afternoon. Most importantly, stay safe and I will see you all in the next video. Now, before I go, if you can, go and subscribe to Contagious Collection. He's a really cool dude, really nice, and he finds like the craziest shit. Like, no joke. His collection puts mine to shame, which it doesn't bother me. I mean, I'm forever grateful to own all the games that I own, but he be finding some crazy stuff. So yeah, if you can, guys, go and give him a sub, because he's a really nice dude. And yeah, I will see you all in the next video. Alright guys, take care. Bye bye.